Hey guys, this is Claudia here from the Bookkeeping Experts. We are back for one more week of education. Excited to start the year. Right now, it's time for you to start thinking about budgeting and how much you're going to make this year, setting plans, and so on and so forth. For me, it is essential. Just look at your numbers last year. We have a video on budgeting and things like that. So we'll go ahead and put a link on how to set up those budgets in QuickBooks Online. And of course, it is time to clean up your books, get it ready for your CPA if it's not already ready. So it's time to, focus on that. We're going to talk about one tool that is very important to help you uh, being efficient with your business, and that is integration. It's apps. QuickBooks Online works great with apps, and that's what it's meant to be. With big accounting firms such as SAP and Oracle, it works like, pieces of the pie. So you have one main system and then it's integrated with several other systems. And that's how it works, so that you don't have to enter the information multiple times. Nowadays, with the labor force cost the way it is and cost of goods sold, everything is so high. Companies need to be efficient with their time, not just so that you can be profitable, but also that you can get your customers efficiently and be able to get a better chance to close those business. Now, there are some of the apps that are most efficient with QuickBooks Online, but using those apps will give you the advantage of those large corporations that use SAP and Oracle. Now, at the same time, with QuickBooks Online, a lot of the apps are still a work in progress, and there's different ways for those apps to be developed. Some of them are developed by QuickBooks. Some of them are developed by the app itself, and some of them are done by a third party. So which ones are best? And I can tell you by experience, the ones that are developed usually by either QuickBooks or the app itself or the software itself are the ones that will work the best, because they understand, both sides of the software. So they'll understand what's going on their side, and most of the time they'll understand what's going on with Intuit, with QuickBooks as well. So we're gonna go over and show you how to see those apps and how to integrate. So absolutely great tools out there, guys. Great tools. Some of them, like Method, for instance, and HoneyBook, will convert your clients that visit your website into leads. And then you can, from there, you can turn it to an estimate and then an invoice, and even take payments and integrate with QuickBooks. You don't have to enter the data more than once. How cool is that? That is like efficiency. And there's more. Those are just the ones that I'm more familiar with. But the name of the game is apps. You need to understand what's going on out there, and especially with QuickBooks Online. If you are a manufacturing company, for instance, the only way for you to actually use QuickBooks Online is through apps, especially with inventory, because QuickBooks inventory is not the QuickBooks Online inventory is not the best. But when used with integration, with different integration that is available out there, it does make it a lot better. So a few of the apps that I'm very familiar with is obviously Square. We have tons of video in Square. Square is widely used, very popular, so we use it all the time. Another one is Shopify. Shopify works beautifully. They had a recent update. Works a lot like Square right now, and everything usually just goes smoothly into QuickBooks. And what I mean going smoothly is that when those transactions come, they'll come with more than just the deposit itself, because whatever is deposited in your bank is just a net of sales. It doesn't include your fees, your merchant fees. It doesn't include your sales tax, and it doesn't include like gift card or anything like that. So it's just your net of sales, just whatever you take home, but it doesn't have any of that information, which you need. You need sales tax. You need your tips for your employees, and so on and so forth. So that's why it's important for you to integrate your apps. Okay, so Square is a good one. Shopify, Amazon also works kind of the same thing, that Square, eBay, Etsy, HoneyBook, Method, Clio, Lean Salesforce. Salesforce is great. So now I'm going to tell you a few that I prefer. Like I said, obviously Square, I like it a lot. Shopify is one of my favorites. One of my favorite integration ever. Salesforce is great. So it makes your life so much easier because you enter in one software and integrates with QuickBooks Online. It's kind of, QuickBooks Online works like there's a big pie, and there's the main nucleus area, which is the QuickBooks Online. And then to complete that pie, you have all those app integration that is going to fill up the gap of that puzzle, right? So it's not just that big piece, it's just several pieces that complete the entire puzzle or pie, whatever you want to call. It is kind of, like I said, it works the same, not the same, but it kind of is going towards what SAP and Oracle is doing for a long time. So, all right. So, first of all, let's go ahead and go to QuickBooks Online. I talk a lot today. Sorry for that. All right. Okay. This is, as always, I'm using the accountant view. If you want to change it, you want to click on the top right hand side gear menu, and you can switch back and forth here. So this, for some of you, this is the business view, and it's all in there, but it looks a little different. See that? It just looks a little different, has a different feeling to it. But you can definitely, apps is right here. You can definitely know what's going on. So I'm gonna switch back to accountant view. That's what I use all the time. So, and apps is here as well. It's kind of more simplified way to view the software. All right, so on the left hand side, you want to click on apps, and then you can click on find apps. On the top, if you want to know which apps you are integrated, there is my apps. You can click over there, and it's going to show you whatever apps you are integrated with. Okay, so find apps, like I said, there's a few things you need to know about the app in order to know how it was designed and who you should ask for help. That's a big one, because a lot of times clients will integrate and they call QuickBooks and they say they're having problems with it. They're gonna say, "Oh, call Square, or call Etsy, or call whatever." And you call them, they say, "Oh, call back QuickBooks." Oh, back and forth, and nobody really knows who is supposed to provide that customer service, that assistance to fix whatever problem you may be facing. Like I said, integration is not always perfect, but it's very helpful. So you want to make sure that the integration works well. And if it doesn't work well, for whatever reason, you want to make sure who you can ask for help. All right, so we're going to go to a few of them. So this is where you look. So if I'm looking for Square, for instance, there is multiple apps that you can choose from. Some of them will charge you extra for the app integration, and some of them will not. Okay, so with Square, we have Connect to Square. We have Square Payroll as well. So we're going to go to Connect to Square, which is the one that will bring your transactions. And we're going to find a few things here. So there's a little video introducing the app, telling you what the benefits and so on and so forth. You can watch that. And then on the app information, it's going to tell you who is the developer. And if you see Intuit, it means QuickBooks Online. Intuit is the company that designed QuickBooks Online, desktop, and so on and so forth. So you know that this app here is is designed by QuickBooks. Therefore, usually it's better. There are some, like I said, for some people they say it's a 2 out of 5. That's not very good, but it works pretty good for me. It works excellent. But the problem with Square integration sometimes is if you have if you have like a bank account in Square that you use, savings and things like that, and you're not transferring your money to your checking account, it kind of breaks that integration. Doesn't work very good. Another thing is that complex other integration into Square and then into QuickBooks, such as Grubhub and Uber Eats and so on and so forth. So what happens is that those third party can be integrated into Square, so you can place your orders for restaurants and things like that. But when it sends the information to QuickBooks, it's going to send the sales for those transactions. And guess what? They are going to be paid by a third party, by Uber or Grubhub and things like that. So you got to be careful not to duplicate your sales. And if those are coming this way, you want to make sure that you're just accounting for your cash transactions. You're not adding those transactions twice. So just so that you know, and it really complicates when you have third-party app integration. That is other integration into Square and then integrates with QuickBooks. That mess up a little bit. It's a work in progress, but it's definitely a great product in my opinion. And I use it. Yes, I use it. Okay. So let's see another one, Salesforce. Salesforce is excellent. It's also developed by Intuit. Okay, so if you have any problem, you will need to contact Intuit for the integration. So see on the left-hand side where it says help, you want to click on help here, and then you can ask to contact us, and then they will give you a call, and it's really good. Okay, so that's how you contact Intuit, so QuickBooks Online, for problems with the integration in those apps. So another one, let's see, Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Amazon business purchase. This is for purchase. We're looking for the other app that is actually not here. So if you want to see the Amazon app, you're going to click on banking app transaction, and it's right here. So it's Square's here too, and eBay. All right. So this one is also designed by QuickBooks. Those three are all designed by QuickBooks. So back into the app. So that's how you access the Amazon one. We are going to look into another one, Method, for instance. CRM. It's this one. See the developer. It's actually integrated by Method integration. So any kind of problems with this integration, you will need to contact Method, because Intuit will not be able to help. And there's like the phone number over here. Okay, there is the phone number, contact over here. That's what you should be you should be contacting. Okay, let's take a look at legal billing software. Okay, this one is also provided by Law, and here is the customer service for them and the email address for support. All right. Okay. Let's see. How about we take a look at Shopify? Like I said, Shopify is one of my favorites, actually. It worked beautifully. There's different ways to integrate. Now, this one is not developed by QuickBooks. It's developed by sush.io Inc. And here is the contact. It's just an email. Okay, so it's Shopify basically. All right. And some of the apps are not going to be integrated here. One example of that is HoneyBook. Okay, HoneyBook is not integrated through here. It's integrated through HoneyBook itself. So you're actually going to log into HoneyBook, and you're going to go into integration, and you're going to integrate your QuickBooks Online right through HoneyBook, and it works beautifully. Keep in mind, there's two videos for me. I have an integration with HoneyBook, and there's two videos because there's second one. You want to make sure that you map it so that your fees, your merchant fees are coming through when the transaction is sent. So it's very important for you to have that when you integrate. So those are different ways to integrate. Method is the same. Actually, method you integrate here, but you map it in method. So you have to go to method to change the mapping, especially if there's different ways to send the sales information. Salesforce is the same thing. Once is just to send it when the sales is completed, and the other one is to be able to send the estimate and also send the invoice, so you can manage everything with QuickBooks. There's pros and cons with those. If you're sending those information here with method or with Salesforce, it's only going to, the invoice is only going to go through if it is approved. And before you integrate, it is very important for you to add your products and services that are available on those sites. So what I mean by that is that you can go into those apps, verify your products and service, save it to a CSV file, and then you're gonna go to sales, products and service, and you're going to import the CSV file so you can have the same products and service prior to integrating. The other thing that is very important, it's called mapping, right? Is to be able to go into accounting chart of accounts and create the accounts that are necessary for the integration, such as like Square fees, or Shopify fees, or Shopify shipping fees. With Etsy, there's all those. And now just a little tip, there's some of the integrations that are not working very good. And one example of that, it's Etsy. Oh, well, it works, but sometimes it will give you a lot of headache. So we have a video on that. We know how to work around those issues. It's very important for you to be aware of those issues, so you can do your journal entry, your adjustments at the end of the day, so it can match with whatever you have in the financials on those app transactions. Okay, so that is it for today. So it's all about apps and efficiencies. I want to hear from you about what are your favorite apps, and if it has worked for you or if it has not worked for you. What kind of issues are you finding? Like I said, the way that things are going, app integration is becoming more and more important. So it's really important for you to know what is available out there and what's going to make your life easier, make your efficiency, uh, help you grow, help you go to the next level. So, and also be able to, at the end of the day, pull up your profit and loss and know that this is a correct profit and loss. You can count on it. You can verify your numbers and see what needs to be changed. You can set up your budgets because you trust what is coming from your profit and loss, right? It's very important. This is a whole process for that. So anyhow, hope this was useful to you. If you have any questions, if you want us to cover a specific subject, go ahead and write down below, and we'll be able to touch or research and cover that for you next time. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, share with your coworkers. And until next time, keep on smiling.